Dear learners, how do you do? I hope you are staying at home and keeping safe. Now, I am introducing myself. I am Azur Rahman, Assistant English Teacher, Alipur Union Secondary School. Now, in my today's class, I am going to take English second paper for class 7. And our today's topic is transformation. That means affirmative to negative. Affirmative to negative. Dear learners, I hope you have learned this item. Nevertheless, I am teaching you some important rules of affirmative to negative. First of all, I will discuss only or alone. Only or alone sits before subject, object and figure. If it indicates subject in negative, we can change only or alone into non-verb. And I am going to give an example using this idea. Dear students, only he went there. Only here indicates he, and he is a person. Okay, he is a person, and only indicates the person, and so we should change the affirmative sentence into negative non-verb. Okay, dear learners. Non-verb, he went there, because in affirmative sentence only indicates the person, and if only or alone indicates the person, we should change the affirmative into negative non-verb before the subject. We write non-verb before the subject. Okay, dear students. Our next example. Let's have an example on the blackboard. I bought only a shirt. Dear learners, you see that a shirt is not a person but a thing or object, and when only sits before the object or anything, then we change the item into negative, and we have to write down before the object nothing but. Okay, dear students, we should write nothing but when only or alone indicates any thing or object. I bought nothing but a shirt. Dear learners, look at the blackboard. I have changed the sentence I bought only a shirt. This is the affirmative sentence, and here only indicates a shirt. It is not a person but a thing. So we should write, I bought nothing but a shirt. As shirt is not a person, so we should write down nothing but instead of only. Okay, dear student. Now I am going to give another example using only or alone. She is only 4 years old. Dear students, look at the writing on the blackboard. She is only 4 years old. Here, dear learners, you have noticed that only indicates the figure 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our figure. And when only indicates any figure in negative sentence, only or alone should be changed into not more than or not less than instead of only or alone. Okay, dear learner. Now I am going to change the affirmative into negative. She is not more than, because only indicates here the figure, and so only is changed into not more than before the figure 4 years old. Okay, dear learners, this is the first rule or an important rule of affirmative to negative, only or else. If in summation or in short, we can say that only or alone indicates 3 types of subject, object and figure. Such as when only or alone indicates a person, we can change only or alone into none but before that person. And if only or alone indicates anything, not a person but an object, then we can change only or alone into nothing but. Okay, dear learners, and last of all, we have seen that only or alone indicates 4. This is a figure, and if only or alone indicates any figure, then we can change only or alone into not more than or not less than. Okay, dear learners, this is the important rule of affirmative to negative. Our first rule we can say, and our second rule is must. Dear learners, we sometimes see in affirmative sentence must, and if in any sentence there is must, we can send must into cannot but or cannot help. Now I am giving an example. He must do it. This is an affirmative sentence, and we have to change must into negative, and when we go to change negative from must, we should write cannot but or cannot help instead of must. And you should keep in mind that if when you go to change must into cannot help, then at the end of the verb you should add ing. Okay, dear students? He cannot but do it. This is a type of change from must. But when we write down cannot help instead of cannot but, we must add ing at the end of the verb, such as dear learners, have a look on the blackboard. I have changed the sentence into negative in another way, such as he cannot help doing it. In the first sentence, he cannot but do it. But when I write help, the verb is changed into gerund. That means verb plus ing. Okay, dear students. So must has two rules when we want to change the sentence into negative. First of all, must can be changed into cannot but, and in second way, must can be changed into cannot help. And when we cannot help, when we put cannot help, we should add ing at the end of the verb. Okay, dear learners, our next rule. As soon as, this is a type of rule of affirmative sentence, and when there is as soon as, we may change as soon as into no sooner had dot then. Okay, dear learners, now I am giving an example. Dear learners, look at the blackboard. As soon as he saw the police, he ran away. There are two activities in the sentences. In the sentence, first of all, as soon as he saw the police, he ran away. The first action is as soon as he saw the police, and the second action is he ran away. And in this context, we may use no sooner had instead of as soon as. Okay, dear learners, as soon as can be changed into no sooner had. Dear learners, I hope you have seen the function of the verb. In the first sentence, as soon as he saw, but in the second sentence, no sooner had he seen the police. Why we put seen? Because here the auxiliary had, and so the verb should be changed into past participle. Okay, dear learners, no sooner had he seen the police than he ran away. And you should keep in mind that at the end of the first clause or first part of the sentence, as soon as he saw the police and its negative, no sooner had he seen the police, and we have written then instead of comma. We discussed comma, and instead of comma we should write then before the second part of the sentence. Okay, dear students? So, no sooner had he seen the police than he ran away. Okay, dear learners. Now I am going to another rules. Every mother loves her child. Dear learners, look at the blackboard. Every mother loves her child. This is an example of affirmative sentence, and in this sentence you have noticed that we write every mother, every before mother, and if there is every mother, every man, every person, in this way the affirmative sentence is formed. And if the affirmative sentence is formed in this way, we should write there is no instead of every. There is no instead of every. There is no. Then we should write mother. There is no mother. And after that we have to write but. Loves her child. There is no mother but loves her child. Okay, dear learners, and we can change the sentence into another way. Do you know? Dear learners, let's look on the blackboard. There is no mother in the same way like the above, but we discard but. And instead of but, we have written who, and then we have written who, and so we should change the next verb into negative, and so we change the verb does not. Okay. When we write who instead of but, then we have to change the next verb into negative form. Okay, dear learner. So there are two rules of FD plus noun. Okay, dear learners. Now I am going to another rule. Dear learners, look at the blackboard. Both he and his brothers brother were present there. This is an example of affirmative sentence, and you have noticed that here we have used both and. Okay, dear learner, when we see both dot dot and, we should change both into not only. So we can write here not only he, not only he instead of both. Okay, dear learners, both should be changed into not only, and then and change into but also. Okay, dear students, not only he but also his brother were present there, and we have to change both into not only and into but also. Okay, dear learners, our next rule. She is the best girl in the class. This is the example of affirmative sentence, and we usually see this type of example in positivity. The learner positivity, and when we go to change this formula into -1, we should write the sentence into positive degree. Okay, dear learners, this sentence is the superlative degree. Sorry, this sentence is the superlative degree, and we should change the degree into +1. So I have to change the degree into positive, and you know that when we change the positive degree with b plus superlative form into positive degree, we must write down no other before the subject, no other, and then we have to main word from the sentence, main word girl in the class, no other girl in the class, and then we have to say is, and then we have to use yes, and next the form of superlative can be changed into positive. Best is the superlative form, and its positive form is good, better, best, and we can say right here good. Yes, and next we have to write down the subject at the end position. Okay, dear learners, she is the best girl in the class. This is the positive superlative form or superlative degree. Yes, it is also affirmative sentence, but it indicates the superlative degree. And when we see the superlative form in the sentence, then we should change the sentence into +1, and so we can change the sentence in this way, such as no other girl in the class is as good, because positive form of best is good, as she. Okay, dear learners, we have to change the superlative form into positive degree in this way. Okay, dear learners. So our next group. Dear learners, here is the sentence, he is very punctual. That means he is very punctual because he is regular in his activities. And so we can say here, he is very punctual. And if the sentence is written in this way, then we have to change the main words or part of speech in the sentence. And you have noticed that there is part of speech punctual. It is adjective. It is an adjective. And we have to sense the opposite part of speech of the word. And we know that punctual is a part of speech and its opposite part of speech is late. Okay? And there is also an adverb in this sentence, very. And if there is an adverb in the sentence very, then we should change very into at all. At all. Okay, dear learners, now we can change the affirmative into negative. He is not late at all. He is not late at all. Because in the first sentence we have seen punctual, and punctual should be changed into late, and very should be changed into at all. And not should be added because it is according to the rule of affirmative to negative. So we should add here not before the adjective. The next rule is I always remember you. Dear learners, I always remember you. This is an example of affirmative sentence, and we have noticed some specific rules, such as always is the word, remember is the word. Always is adverb, and remember is a verb. And these two part of speech have different rules of affirmative to negative. While we see always should be changed into never. Always should be changed into never in negative sentence. And remember, change into perfect. Okay, dear learners, remember change into perfect. So we can change the sentence in this way. I always should be changed into never. I never, and remember changed into forget. I never forget you. Because in the first sentence, always and always have been changed into never, and remember have been changed into forget. Our next rule is yes dot dot yes. At first, I am giving an example. He that has strong as a tiger. As strong as a tiger. So, dear students, I can sense as into not less. He is not less strong, and the second as should be changed into than a tiger. Okay, dear students, this is the rule of as dot as. The first sentence as changed into not less, and the second as should be changed into than. Okay, dear learners. This is all from me today. I hope you will be benefited by watching my video class on YouTube channel, and I hope I will meet you next time with another types of grammatical items. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Thank you.
Yeah.